Hi you guys, so today we're gonna do a Starbucks keychain, which is my falling leaves Starbucks keychain. And I kind of already started because I almost forgot to do the video. So pretty much what you need is you need the coffee cup blank from Zindy.com. You need some glitter, and this is Autumn by Zindy, and some Mod Podge. So I already applied Mod Podge onto the blank. And we're going to apply our glitter. And just so you guys know, we're going to do 3 coats of the glitter process. Hello you guys, I am back again, and we already did our first coat, so now we're going to do a second coat. Dust that baby off. Okay. And then after this, we're gonna do one more coat of glitter. Yeah, because we really want to make sure that it's all nice and even. There's no transparency in the keychain. We want to make sure that all the spots are filled. Okay. So that looks about right. And then we're going to apply our glitter. You guys, this color is so pretty for the fall. All right. And then we're gonna let this sit and dry for about 30 minutes. And then we're gonna do our last coat. All right, you guys, so now we're going to do the last coat, y'all. So I'm pretty excited. I usually put it in the cup so I won't mix like glitter inside like the Mod Podge. So we're gonna add this last coat, y'all. And then we're gonna let it sit overnight. It's about like 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and my baby woke up in the middle of me like doing my art. But we are leaving this overnight because we added 3 coats, right? So it's still going to be wet and it's going to take a while to dry. So that's why I leave it overnight and then I clean them up in the morning. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that as well. And it's pretty easy. You just use a little knife to clean up the sides. And you're done. And then we're going to add UV resin. I don't mess with epoxy, y'all. And that takes too long anyways. So this is the last coat. Beautiful, beautiful. And I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, you guys, so it's been exactly 24 hours. And I was supposed to do it in the morning, but I was super busy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this glitter that's in the plate, that's on the plate, back inside the bottle. Because we don't want to waste no glitter, right? So just gonna fold the plate like that, and then we're gonna pour it inside the bottle. Just like that. All right. Because we're gonna start cleaning off the sides, so we don't want those bits inside of the bottle. Okay, so you get your X-Acto knife, and I'm using the Cricut X-Acto knife. And this part is pretty easy. So what you want to do is kind of lift off the Mod Podge off the acrylic. Okay, so you see how it's coming off. Okay, but be very careful when you do it so you won't scratch up the acrylic. Sometimes it happens. But hey, it's handmade, so nothing's perfect, right? So we're just gonna clean off the sides there. Sometimes I use my finger to clean off the sides. Let's do it this way. So this part you don't really want to rush because you don't want anything lifting off it. I might have to fast forward this part because this is a process. So I just used my nail to just kind of scrape off the sides because there wasn't much there. So you just use your nail and just get that off. And then since there's Mod Podge on this side, you just easily just lift, 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 and then take off, or it'll come off. I'm almost done. I just have this side to do. I actually love doing these. Like, I didn't know that these were going to be like really popular, but they are. And I think these are just super cute. I think this is like really one of my favorite creations that I've made so far. Just lift, lift, lift. And there you go. So all clean on the sides. And then we have to get rid of the Mod Podge in the hole. So we have to get a bead reamer to go inside and take the excess Mod Podge and glitter. So this is the bead reamer, y'all. I use this to clean the holes off the keychains. So we're just gonna put it where the hole is and we're just gonna twist. Twist, twist, twist. And look, it came off. So now the hole is clear and it's open. Make sure it's all nice and clean before we start the UV resin process. Okay, so now that we cleaned the sides off, we're gonna put UV resin. Okay, so I have a mask on right now, so make sure you guys wear masks because you will get headaches once you keep smelling the fumes. And I usually don't wear gloves during this process. I usually only wear gloves when I'm putting the key rings on the keychains for the charms and stuff. So this is my little silicone brush that I got on Amazon. And then we're gonna use Let's Resin Clear UV Resin. So we're gonna do 2 coats. So right now we're gonna work on the first coat. So with UV resin, of course, you need a UV light. And I have a 72 watt UV light. And these will be done in about like 2 minutes. Not too bad. So right now, I'm working the resin all the way on the edges. Okay. And you will probably need a torch as well to blow out the bubbles. I usually don't care for it that much when it comes to like the first layer. It's just the second layer is just like the more careful process that you have to do. So this is almost done. And you guys, I'm working on orders too. So this is actually somebody's order. Someone ordered on my Etsy shop. and I believe they were probably from the Cricut group. So hello to you guys who came from the Cricut group. You guys been asking me the longest to do a tutorial on these keychains right here. So I decided I'll do one. I did start a YouTube channel, which this video will be posted. It's probably like the first video on there, but we're going to add a little bit of more UV resin as needed. You really don't need too much. Don't put too much the first time because you're going to do a second layer, but make sure that the whole area is covered. Okay. So we're almost done. Make sure you don't get no resin in the hole, you guys. We don't want that. Okay, so there is some bubbles. A little bit. So we're gonna use our torch and make sure it gets all popped. We're gonna wait like 10 seconds before we put it under the UV light. All right, so just give it a couple more seconds. And I'll have everything linked down below. So this silicone mat is from Amazon as well, and my UV light. So we're gonna slide it in now. There you go. So this is the UV light that I use, you guys. And I think this was like $30. It could be more now, I'm not sure. But this is the light that I use. And I have like other things over here and over there too. It's like my little bucket of what I'm gonna do next. So now that it's done, we're gonna take it out. Now this is still pretty hot, or pretty warm. So I usually wait about 10 minutes before I add the final layer, because if I put the UV resin on now, it kind of, it moves kind of quicker than usual. So we're gonna wait about 10 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, so it's been about 10 minutes and we're going to go ahead and add the second layer on there. So we have to be really careful with this part. And we're just gonna take our time, okay? We're going to take our time adding the resin on the keychain. Okay, so we're just going to go around like we did the first time, but be really careful. So like I said, you don't add too much at one time, okay, you guys? Do a little at a time. And just add as you go. So I'm probably just gonna speed up this process. I'm not even sure if I know how to do that. No, this is my first video. I don't even know how to edit videos, but I will try my best. I appreciate you guys for watching my video, and it takes a minute to record videos, because then you add the clips all together, you gotta edit it and stuff. But a lot of people have asked me to make a lot of things, make a lot of tutorials on, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I think I can do that for you guys. So as you can see, we just need a little bit more for this part. And we're just going around it. So after this part, I'm going to teach you guys how I did the design in the front. So that will be recorded on my desktop computer. And that process is pretty easy. So it'll be a screen recording for that process. You see everything is coming together. And just gonna add a little bit more. Make sure all your make sure everything is covered. So I see some bubbles, and we're just gonna pop that off real quick, and then just add a little. If you spill over, it's okay. If I ever do that, or I mean, if it ever happens, while I'm recording, I can teach you guys how to get rid of that, because usually you can just snap it off with no problem. And sometimes it'll go into the little holes, and then after that, I'll teach you guys how to get rid of them. So now we're carefully just going over the hole. So I suggest that when you guys do this, make sure that you do the hole and the corners last, so then it won't spill over. See, there's some spilling over, right? There's some right there. That's okay, because we're gonna take care of that. Okay, I'm making sure all the corners are hit. Okay. And that looks pretty good to me. We'll take care of that after. We'll see, you guys. I thought I was talking about it. So then we're gonna torch out the bubbles. Sometimes they be like lint. Sometimes we just want to get that out real quick. And I'm gonna just let it sit and let it kind of like smooth itself out. Give it a few seconds. And then now, let me make sure everything's covered. And now we're gonna put it under the UV light. You guys, so now that it's done, okay, as you can see, there's a little resin that came off the sides like that. Okay, so what you typically do is kind of like just pick it and use a baby wipe, and it comes off clean. Just kind of pick it up from the, there you go. And now it's all nice and clean, you guys. Look at that. So now we're gonna go to the next step, which is doing that design, weeding it, and putting it in front of the keychain, because that's a long process, and you're gonna find out why. Guys, so let me make sure this is recording. Yep, it's recording. Okay, so this is my Cricut design space, okay, and I'm doing this from scratch. I already have them previously done, but I just wanted to show you guys how it's done, okay, because everybody's been asking about them, so I got y'all, okay. So we have our leaf pattern. I got this leaf pattern from Etsy. This is the SVG file for the cup, and that comes with the Zindy file when you buy their blanks. This little Starbucks logo template right here I got from Etsy as well, and I think I just got this one just straight off of Google. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the logo in the middle of the Fall Breeze Autumn Leaves one. So this is the one that we're doing today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ungroup this, and we're gonna select these four. We're gonna delete that, and we're gonna delete this, right? And just want to bring this up, and what I'm gonna do is, you see how it's like kind of separated, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld it, boom, just like that. Now I don't know the actual size that I do, but what I did was I put the Starbucks logo kind of like over the cup so I know how big it is or how big I want it for the keychain, if that makes sense. So I would say like maybe this is it's 1.55. So when it's done, we're gonna size it down. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to get rid of that white around it because it's like a square. So we just want to keep that circle. So we're gonna go to shapes, circle, right? And here's our circle. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring that up a little bit so I can see and kind of size it up together. So that looks pretty good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select both of them and then we're gonna slice. Boom. Okay. Look how perfect that is. Now it doesn't have to be too perfect. And the reason why it doesn't have to be is because we are going to, oh, actually, hold on. I got y'all. Send to back. Let me send the front. There you go. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to size it up to the Starbucks logo. Yeah, it's not going to really matter because, yeah, this is going to be over it. So let's do it. Like just like that. I'm making just a little bit smaller. I kind of don't want the white to show. As a matter of fact, I think that we should. Sorry, you guys. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do it as a print and cut, so it looks like that. Actually, another thing I just noticed is there needs to be white behind that circle as well. So we're gonna go to shapes, circle. We're gonna change this to white. And then what we're gonna do is make sure it's placed in the middle. So align and center horizontally. What we're gonna do is we're gonna group these together, just like that. And then I'm gonna make this circle as big as this, as the logo. And then we're gonna center. If there's like a quicker way to do this, guys, let me know. As far as I know though, this is the way I did it last time. So then we're going to do it as standard, as a print and cut. So there you go, it looks just like that. Look how pretty that is, you guys. Okay, so now we got our little sticker together. We're gonna do the cup now. So we're gonna ungroup. All right, we don't need this. And this is what the back of the keychain is gonna look like. So I just kind of put that aside. And then we're just gonna weld it together. Okay. So we're gonna create the lines to make it look like an actual like coffee cup. So we're gonna go back to shapes, square, and we're gonna unlock the square, and we are just going to do it as like a long rectangle. So I want it kind of thinner. I am going to duplicate this. Okay, so we're gonna just bring it up just a little bit more. We are going to align it just like that, but I think I want this a little bit thinner than usual. Yeah, I think that is good. Okay, so we wanted to put like right there, right? So you can only slice like I think like 2 things at a time. So we're gonna select these both and press slice, right? So then it looks like that. Okay, so we're gonna go and erase that. And then we're gonna do it again, but we're gonna do like right here. So we're gonna select those two and then we're gonna press slice again. So then it looks like that. Okay. It's starting to look pretty. So what we're gonna do with this is, now these are all like separate separate patterns. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld it. And I think last time I did this, like a piece was missing. Yeah, like that little piece was missing, but that's not really gonna matter because we have all this space right here and we don't need it. So what I did was, let's change this color, shall we? Let's change it to, there you go. We're gonna change it to white. There you go, because that's the color that we're gonna use. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I had it like this. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now you see why that little leaf don't matter, because we don't need it, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to select and we're gonna slice. Boom, baby. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. So yeah, we're not gonna need this and we're not gonna need that. So we're gonna change it to like the closest color we have for autumn. So let me see if I can, yeah, it's like that color. Okay, and we put this over so you kind of have an idea what it's gonna look like before you do the actual keychain, okay? And then we have our sticker here, okay? So we're gonna do a print, this is the print and cut. So I use the Cricut brand print and cut. We can delete this and get this out the way. So it's gonna look like that. And then what I do is, let me see, we're gonna center front. Hey, where did the circle go? Hold on, you guys. Oh, there it is. I think I have to redo it. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. So, standard group. There you go. So now you kind of have an idea of where you want your sticker to be, or I mean, not what the sticker want to be. What size you want your sticker to be. There you go. So I want it just like that, and then I kind of just align it center like that, and I think it looks super pretty. Y'all, these are like my top sellers right now, and these are just so gorgeous. So what we're gonna do is we're only gonna do a print and cut of this, and then for the design we're gonna use white glitter vinyl, and we don't need to cut this out because it just gives you an idea of what the keychain is gonna look like before you actually make the item. Okay, so now let's go ahead and print it out. So these two messed up because you see it didn't print that well, but right now it's just scanning and then it's gonna cut it out. So now we have the white glitter vinyl on the mat. We're gonna go to, hi baby, hi, just woke up from a nappy. We're gonna go to glitter vinyl with more pressure. And we're gonna go ahead and cut. So now our design has been cut. So we're going to reverse weed it. So we're gonna put the transfer tape on top and then we're gonna weed it from the transfer tape, okay? Because this is a very, how can I say, difficult design, okay? And we're using glitter vinyl, and you know their glitter vinyl is pretty thick. So we're gonna have to reverse weed this baby up, and the glitter vinyl is from Expressions vinyl, and so is this transfer tape. right there, baby. And this is like the best transfer tape I have used. Like, it's smooth like butter, y'all. I love it. So what we're gonna do is butter this baby real good. Okay, make sure we get everything. Like, you gotta get in there. Okay, and then we're gonna turn this baby around, and then we're gonna do it one more time from the back side. Sorry if, you know, shaky, because I'm doing this. And then we're just gonna nicely peel that off for you. Boop. Beautiful. Now, I would suggest you guys get one of these, okay? I got this on Amazon, and it helps out when I'm weeding my stuff. As you can see, there's still little stuff in there from earlier. So now, ooh, this gold probably came from the tweezy. Now we're just gonna slowly take this part off. Let me get my scissors. Okay. Slowly peel it. Now what you can do is usually I cut it so it won't come off as like a one piece. You want to be very careful when you're doing like this type of design, okay? So you see it's going around. And usually sometimes it just comes off like that. That's fine, we just throw it away. Okay. And we're just going to continue weeding it out. And sometimes it'll just come off like that. And then, let's see. You might think I might go going crazy with this, but I know where everything's at, so I just gotta be extra careful. Sometimes so I already peeled off the brown paper backing off it. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna like tape this down. And the reason why I wanna tape it down is because I wanna keep it in place as I am applying the design on the front of the keychain, okay? So now we are just going to line it up. This is the part where I gotta stand up and make sure it fit where it needs to be. And I think that looks good. Sometimes if there's like a little extra hanging off the edge, I just cut that piece off. So, let me see. I think that looks good. So now we're going to make sure that it stays on there. And I think I forgot that little piece right there. You guys see that? I thought I was done, y'all. Like I said, I'm not perfect. So we're gonna make sure this baby stays on. And what you're gonna do is you wanna peel off slowly. You see that little piece is not it's not staying. Okay, we can put that on in a minute, but let's just be careful. All right. So that little piece right there. Where's my weeding tool? I just had it. Oh, there it is. It's under in my UV light. Okay. So this little piece right here goes like that. And then this is the piece I forgot to take off. Voila, y'all. Look at that. So now that we have this where we want it to be, it's nice and pretty, we're going to put the Starbucks print and cut sticker on here. So now we just peel that off and then place it right in the middle. Try to line it up with the hole on top. Bow, just like that. So this is what it looks like. And now what I do is I get my bead reamer and I kind of just dig in the hole, trying to get rid of like the extra vinyl peep, but sometimes I don't do it until the resin is on top. But just like that. So now we're gonna put resin on top of the design. So now that the designs are in the front, look how pretty that is, you guys. We are going to put resin on top now, okay? Now, be careful not to put too much because it will run on the sides, okay? I usually start from like the bottom all the way up, and I do the whole last, okay? That should be like the #1 rule, to always do the whole last. They do have silicone plugs where you can put in the hole, but that didn't work out for me last time. Once I did that, all the resin went into the hole. All right, you guys, so now it's done, y'all, and look how pretty she is, y'all. I love it. Okay, look at that. Bam. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to do the capuchons and add them on the little keychains and stuff. All right, you guys, so these are the gold capuchons. All right, they're like little empty trays, and we're going to add these to the key ring. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put some resin in a measuring cup. Don't really need that much. And then we're going to add the same color that we did as the keychain, which is autumn. Then we're going to dump that baby in there, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to mix it up. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. We don't need too much. And then we're going to just fill these babies up just like that. Okay, we don't want to fill it too much because when these are done, then we're gonna add like a clear coat on top to make it really, really shiny. So we're almost done here, and then we're gonna leave these under the UV light for about 2 minutes. And just add a little bit more here. All right, so it looks like that, super pretty. And now we're going to put it under the UV light. If it'll come on. Why is it not coming on? There you go. You guys, so now that it's done, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, now we're gonna add a clear coat on top. It's still pretty warm, but that's okay. Just need a drop or two in each one. And that's really all you need. You don't want to overdo it. Okay. Ooh, let me see. I see a little piece of lint on the brush. And you guys, I will link everything below. And I'm actually really excited that I started this YouTube channel because I always I always have people ask me for tutorials on how I do my stuff. So why not teach you guys how to do what I do? I can teach you guys how to make badge reels, earrings. I'll probably do like a few packing videos. I think this one kind of spilled over, but that's okay. Let me see. You can just wipe it off with a baby wipe. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Wipe it off with a baby wipe, y'all. We're gonna start from the beginning. Okay, because we don't want that overspill. Then we gotta start all over. And we don't want that. So I'm gonna just add a little on top. And sorry if you guys hear like the stuff in the background. My sister's watching the hip hop series on Netflix, so please forgive me. Ooh. All right, there you go, y'all. So now we're gonna put it back under the UV light for about 2 minutes to make sure I got everything covered. Okay. So you guys, they are done. Look how pretty they are. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna set these to the side. Okay, because now we're gonna put them together. So I'm gonna do one, and then I'll put the other 4 on off camera. Okay, you guys, so now we have our little flower tassel. We have our key ring, our gold key rings. We have this charm to go with it, this fur one. And then we have our capuchon charm. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna put the flower tassel on first. So we are going to open that baby up, and we're gonna put this in between. And then we're just gonna close it right back up. And you guys, I will link everything in the description below. I know I keep saying that, but I got y'all, okay? Because I know y'all gonna be asking me in the comments where I get everything from. So now we put this jump ring through. and put the charm on. Then just close it. Okay, these are some very strong jumperies too. I got these from Amazon and they're strong. So now we're gonna add our Copperchine charm. And we're gonna add this baby through. And then we're going to close it. So it should look like this. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a gold jump ring to our keychain. Put it through just like that. And then now we're gonna put it on the jump ring. And first we're gonna just kind of split this because I think it's gonna overlap. Just like that. And close this baby up. Just like that, y'all. And it is done. Oh my gosh, you guys. Every time I make these, I just fall in love, y'all. Look how beautiful that is. All right, you guys, so now you know how to make it. If you have any questions or anything like that, please comment below. Tell me what you guys think. This is my first tutorial, so please